A local fried chicken restaurant chain is hiring. Another example of companies working for Chicago in this unemployment crisis that we're seeing right now. Uncle Remus wants to fill all positions at its new location in Bolingbrook. The restaurant will open on Thursday. You can apply on UncleRemusUSA.com. The restaurant is a minority and woman-owned company with locations on the south and west sides of Chicago. And a heads up here, UPS is still looking for hundreds of seasonal workers to handle holiday packages. The company is trying to fill more than 1,600 seasonal positions at 8 facilities. That's in Chicago and the burbs. Open jobs include semi-truck drivers, delivery drivers, package handlers. About a third of UPS seasonal workers later land full-time jobs. We have so many job opportunities. You can check those out if you download our new app, CBS Chicago. Look under the Working for Chicago tab.
Property taxes, insurance fees, and utility bills, all of them are piling up.
We're losing hand over fist on this place.
And she has no way to rent out her empty unit, all because the village of Country Club Hills isn't accepting new applications.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Real STIHL. Find yours at STIHLdealers.com.
Grandview buys homes. If you have a home to sell, Grandview is the fastest and easiest way to sell your home.
The Grandview process for selling our home was as simple as it could be. They gave us an offer, we accepted it, set up a closing date, and that was it. It was that simple. Grandview relieved our stress by taking that stressful situation off our hands. We didn't have to worry about cleaning the home, making any repairs, taking all the items out that we would have to get rid of. It was just a one-step process for us.
I was very happy and satisfied with the price. I had a couple other offers from various companies, but Grandview felt right in the line where I thought it should have been.
Grandview Homes did a phenomenal job in maintaining their commitment to me from the very beginning to the very end of closing. It was a wonderful experience for me.
Have confidence in selling your property to Grandview Homes. Visit us at grandviewhomes.com.
If you've lost a loved one due to negligent treatment, our team is the experience to get justice for your family.
Having a caring team by your side matters.
Our team is ready to take your call. Your case matters.
Mom-in-law, we know what matters most.
It's never just another day at Fox Valley Volkswagen in Schaumburg. Each day is another chance to share our passion for safety and style. A chance to provide excellent service and help local families in need. It's another chance to move you.
It's the Sign Then Drive event. Now you can lease the 2020 Atlas Cross Sport S for $299 per month.
Fox Valley Volkswagen in Schaumburg. Prepare to be moved.
I'm 53, but in my mind, I'm still 35. That's why I take Osteo Biflex to keep me moving the way I was made to. It nourishes and strengthens my joints for the long term while helping with occasional joint stiffness. Osteo Biflex.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's pro football as only CBS can deliver. Watch every hard-hitting play. This Sunday on CBS 2, Tennessee heads to Baltimore for a showdown in the Charm City. Brought to you locally by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. You are here. And the weather you care about, the weather that affects you, is here too. But the weather here is going to affect you. And you need to know that. You need to be informed to be better prepared before what's here gets here. That's why our meteorologists are constantly analyzing and interpreting new information in real time so you can stay safe, protected, and happy here. Anytime, all the time, in real time. Real-time weather. Find it here. Behind the scenes, behind the lines, inside the stories others won't tell. The Morning Insiders.
A Country Club Hills couple checked all the right boxes to get their property ready to rent. They gutted the home and made all new renovations.
But when they went to apply for their license, they found out the village is not approving any new rental properties indefinitely. Morning Insider Lauren Victory looks into the holdup.
We don't want to lose the place. It's the home my husband grew up in. It's the home my father-in-law built.
A home once filled with memories, now vacant. which was never part of the plan.
Sheer disbelief.
Alyssa Souls and her husband inherited this house 2 years ago.
We put brand new floors through the whole house.
And also inherited a massive project.
Painted everything, repaired holes in walls, changed out some appliances.
All in hopes of finding a renter. In Country Club Hills, the village municipal code says landlords need to secure a license, proving the property is up to par. The problem, licenses for first-time landlords have been on hold since July. That leaves Souls
overwhelmed
and stuck with a big bill that includes property taxes, insurance fees, and utility costs, on top of all those initial repairs.
When you start breaking it all out, we've spent well over probably $25,000 in the last 2 years.
And add on almost 6 months of lost income.
We were looking to rent to a veteran at approximately $1,600 a month. We're losing hand over fist on this place.
The hardest part for Souls, the lack of clarity on when she can get permission to rent.
We just want some answers.
The village told her new licenses are on hold until 2021.
When in 2021 are you really going to open this up?
Is that January 1st? Or in April when all the licenses need to be renewed? Or is the end date even further down the road?
Am I going to have to wait until full reopening stage 5 of COVID? Like, that could be 3 years from now, you know?
She hasn't been able to get a clear answer.
We want to make sure we do this correctly, and we want our house to be safe and fully inspected, and we just can't get any help from anybody.
Laura Victory, CBS 2 News.
We reached out to the Country Club Hills mayor. He says the village had to make a lot of cuts due to the pandemic, including laying off all but one of the building inspectors to process new licenses. He couldn't specify when new licenses will be issued in 2021, and also says right now it's a low priority for his office.
Well, we're looking into an issue that has a lot of people worried when it comes to eating out. Why is eating inside a tent like this any different than eating inside an actual restaurant? Well, we found restaurants across Chicago's suburbs really pushing the indoor dining ban, like this tent in Willowbrook at a chicken spot here. On Twitter, the restaurant says this is the Cadillac of tents, fully enclosed and complete with ceiling fans. Well, the Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 2 sides of outdoor dining tents are supposed to be open for airflow. The city of Wheaton provides restaurants with open-air tents to help serve more customers.
About 12 extra tables. I mean, that can mean the difference in a couple thousand more dollars in sales and can honestly keep us alive during this.
Governor J.B. Pritzker's office said that outdoor tents with 4 walls don't fit within the guidelines. And with the numbers changing daily, we're helping you stay on top of the changing restrictions. Get the latest information on our new app. Just search CBS Chicago to download.
Wow, my first time seeing this unbelievable video. A wall of water crashes ashore in San Andres, Colombia. Hurricane Iota just churned up waves as it moved through the region there. And Iota came ashore in Nicaragua last night with maximum sustained winds of 155 miles per hour. You can see the roof just coming off that building there. Catastrophic damage expected in that region, which was already hit by Hurricane Eta less than 2 weeks ago. It's just hit after hit for some islands and countries, and it's just really tough to see, Rob.
Yeah, I'm sure many folks along the Gulf Coast will be happy when this hurricane season is over. End of this month is when officially hurricane season ends, but we still can't have hurricanes form a little bit later than that. A little closer to home, we're watching some cooler air to our north filter in. Temperatures currently 31. Now, this is about 6 degrees cooler than average for this time of year, at least our expected high. So we do have some cooler than average air that's settled in, but I wanted to show you this to the west. This is what's moving our way, above average temperatures. We'll have those by the end of the week for sure. There's the last system that rolled on by. A little bit of lake effect snow or lake enhanced snow coming off of Michigan, but not in our direction because the winds are out of the north and west. We're expecting sunshine today, but those northwest winds are just going to keep our temperatures on the cooler side. 47 is the average high this time of year. We'll do about 5 degrees cooler than that. Plenty of sunshine today. Should be a nice day looking out the window, but you will have a little bit of a brisk wind out of the northwest to add a bit of a bite. right. Tomorrow, more sunshine, but the difference is that south component to the wind. It'll be breezy again tomorrow, but that'll help to move our temperatures to near or perhaps a little bit above the average for tomorrow. And I think that pattern's going to continue over the next several days. 41 for today. Let's call it breezy with mostly sunny skies early, probably a few more clouds during the second half of the day. And then tomorrow, a lot of sunshine and some south winds. Also a breezy day, but that makes a difference to help our temperatures warm up. And from there, we go from near 50 to mid 60s by Thursday. That's well above that average high. And we stay above the average through the weekend, although the temperatures do slide a little bit as we get closer to the early part of next week. We have 2 rain chances here. Unfortunately, they fall right on your weekend, both Saturday and Sunday.
Thanks, Rob. Well, we brought you their takeoff. Now, the team of NASA astronauts is landing at the International Space Station. The 4 astronauts on board the SpaceX Crew Dragon docked there around 10 o'clock last night, our time. It was a 27-hour trip from Earth to the station, and this is the first operational mission for SpaceX. Now, it's a packed house at the ISS.
It was an amazing ride. I can't tell you how excited we were when that rocket lifted off the pad, and then the last 27 hours has gone really smooth, actually. And so we are so excited to be here. We are humbled, and we are excited to be a part of this great expedition.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The astronauts are going to be up there for about 6 months doing some research.
A British diplomat is being called a hero after he jumped into a river in China to save a drowning student. The 61-year-old British consul general spotted the struggling student and leapt in the water to help. Here's video of that. He used a lifesaver to pull her to shore from the middle of that river, with people on land pulling her out of the water as he got on his own. The brave act is now going viral in China. Well, nursing homes in Wisconsin still are not allowing visitors inside, of course, because of the pandemic.
But that rule does not apply to dogs. So sweet. This 12-week-old yellow lab, Sadie, visits people at an assisted living home just south of Wisconsin Dells. Sadie's owner says that he was just doing some construction when a volunteer coordinator noticed them.
And opened the door, and out came this little thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we should bring her inside to share with the residents.
Look how much happiness she brings, and Sadie and her owner are all planning to keep the visits going even after the pandemic.
The Bears are ready to say bye. The team getting a week off just at the right time. This morning, we're waiting to find out how quarterback Nick Foles is doing after he was carted off the field.
I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold?
Yes, so fancy. You're looking at the world's most expensive face mask. It features 250 grams of pure 18-karat gold, and what you're seeing here is about 3,600 diamonds. A Los Angeles business person commissioned the mask as a way to help an Israeli jeweler keep people employed during the pandemic. The mask is valued at $1.5 million, and yes, this thing is meant to be worn.
Do that. Put that paper over all. I thought you knew that. I be the I-G-G-Y. Put my name in bold. I've been working. I'm up in here with some change to throw. I'm so fancy. You already know.
This is a giant eyesore.
All you have to do is point.
Nice. Take that. Oh, baby, this is fun.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
CBS Eye on the Community. Today, your home is more important than ever. That's why Nicor Gas partners with community agencies like CETA.
I am forever grateful for the CETA program.
CETA partners with Nicor Gas to provide furnace repair and replacement, hot water tank repair and replacement that help the client save money and stay warm in the winter.
I would like people to know about this program and how they're able to help families.
Brought to you by the Nicor Gas Energy Efficiency Program.
Save time and money on auto insurance with Insure on the spot. Call or click to save money today. Get a free quote in just 2 minutes, and they insure everyone. Lowest rate, period. Payments as low as $49 a month. That's Insure on the spot. Call Insure on the spot now, 773-202-5060. That's Insure on the spot, 773-202-5060, or click on insureonthespot.com.
It's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed. You can adjust your comfort on both sides, your Sleep Number setting.
Can it help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
But can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable.
Will it help me keep up with Mom?
You got this.
So you can really promise better sleep?
Not promise, prove. And now, during the ultimate Sleep Number event, save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
You entrusted the care of a loved one to a nursing home, expecting they'll be properly cared for. Now you find out they've been abused or worse. You're angry and need to make things right.
Injuries, hospitalizations, and death are not what your loved one signed up for.
With the top 3 nursing home verdicts in Illinois, $500 million in total settlements, and the most lawyers devoted to nursing home cases, Levin and Perconti has the resources and experience needed to get you the best result. Call Levin and Perconti today.
I'm Brian from 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
You never know how much junk you've got until you move.
Point to something you wish would disappear.
Would it be possible to... It's gone.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Next, Drew. Michael Strahan. And we get all excited when it sizzles in here. Jamie Oliver's creamy shrimp linguine. All new Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 2 on CBS 2. The new CBS Chicago app is the best way to get award-winning investigations, breaking live coverage, help with a new career, whenever, wherever, with just one tap. It's all on CBS Chicago.
Playing certain video games can help improve your mood, and there's science to back it up. All right, everybody listen up. Researchers at the University of Oxford analyzed thousands of people who played Nintendo's Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and Electronic Arts' Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborville. People who played them reported that they feel happier afterwards. The study didn't look into how players felt after playing other games. I feel like the producers built this story for you, Rob.
Of course, yes, I am quite the video game player. I'll say I probably play more video games than I actually work hours in the day.
Ooh, calling yourself out. I love it.
I know. Yeah, it's bad. It's been that way since college. I'm surprised I graduated. You see our north and northwest winds right now. That's going to keep us cool today. That's a true story, by the way. I'm not making that up. Upper 20s right now for a few locations, but that wind chill is making it, or that wind is making it feel a little bit cooler. It feels like it's teens right now in DeKalb and Aurora right now at 19. 21 is what it feels like at O'Hare, 24 in Valparaiso. And that wind's going to stay with us through the day. So despite the fact that we'll make it into the low 40s, which is below the average, it's still going to feel like it's in the 30s most of the day, despite the sunshine that we're expecting.
A 5-year-old boy is in critical condition here at Comer Children's Hospital after a shooting last night, what we're learning from investigators.
And a Grinch could be lurking as most holiday shoppers are working through their lists this year. The Morning Insider is with a warning before you start buying.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Get great deals on new flooring during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2020. Check out the great selection of flooring from Designer's Image, Armstrong, and IBC. Self-adhesive vinyl tile gives the look of real tile. It's easy to install and water-resistant. Sheet vinyl resists stains, and it's waterproof. Transform your space and save 11% on all vinyl flooring during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2020.
Save big money at Menards.
Illinois Hammer Injury Law Firm at 312, then all sevens. Has more 5-star reviews than any injury law firm in Illinois. Experience the 5-star treatment.
Everywhere living with type 2 diabetes are waking up to what's possible with Rybelsus.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Rybelsus works differently than any other diabetes pill to lower blood sugar in all 3 of these ways. Increases insulin, decreases sugar, and slows food. The majority of people taking Rybelsus lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7. People taking Rybelsus lost up to 8 pounds. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Wake up to what's possible with Rybelsus. You may pay as little as $10 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
Diamonds, the timeless gift. You know the Jewelry Exchange's prices are unbeatable. Show her how much you care. Save 15% on all our fine jewelry and an additional 10% on loose diamonds. Don't miss these deals. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange, Villa Park.
For the stories behind the scores, turn to CBS 2 Sports. Sponsored by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves.
Breaking overnight, a 4-year-old boy reunited with his family after the car he was in was stolen. Our nonstop news crew was there as they finally headed home.
And this morning, we're hearing from people who took part in the successful COVID vaccine trial right here in Chicago. Now, the big question, will you take it?
And you might not love today's temperatures, but good things are coming. We just have to wait a few more days. Good morning to you. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Audrina Begas.
I'm Yasmin Hassan. Ryan has the day off, but let's head over to Rob Ellis with, Rob, you know, every time I'm here, I just want to talk about the warm temperatures.
That's good. You know, we've got a little bit of something for everybody in there, because I know every time I kind of focus on the warm temperatures, I get an email or a message saying some people like the cold. Well, you're in luck because you've got that today. 20s right now for many locations. Close to average or maybe a little bit below the average for our starting temperatures. There is a brisk wind out of the north and west, so this is going to make it feel much colder. The wind chills are running into the upper teens and 20s. This will continue most of the day. So despite the fact that we're expecting plenty of sunshine, and boy doesn't the sunshine help on a cooler day, we're still going to meet on the cooler than average side of things. The northwest wind keeping our temperatures likely into the low 40s. 41 is what we're expecting for our high today. Northwest winds will be a little bit breezy. Still expecting some sunshine with a couple of clouds, but rain chances near zero. And that's not just our forecast for today. It looks to stay dry all the way through the rest of this week. Now, Yasmin mentioned the warm up. So after you start with temperatures below the average, this is the bottom of the hill. From here, we're warming up, and it's all because of this. A southwest wind will start that warming process tonight. You get a low of 28. It's the coldest part of the forecast. I'll show you the warmest part coming up.
Thanks, Rob. Breaking overnight, a 4-year-old boy is safe this morning and back with his family. He was taken from a gas station in Bridgeview just yesterday, and last night he was checked into a hospital hours after an Amber Alert was sent out. And our nonstop news crew was there while he and his family were leaving there overnight.
We're just so grateful that after 4 hours of him missing, we were able to finally get the news that he is safe and he's here at the hospital being checked out. And we're just so thankful to everybody who helped us.
So thankful, right? Yesterday, the boy's dad left him in their car just to run into 7-Eleven. Well, the car was running at the time, and then someone just took off with it with the little boy inside. The car and the 4-year-old were found about 5 hours later in Chicago's Irving Park neighborhood. Well, right now, Chicago police detectives are looking for the person who shot a 5-year-old boy, leaving him in critical condition.
CBS 2's Mugo Odigwe is live outside Comer Children's Hospital, where that little boy is being treated this morning. Mugo? Yeah, such a sad story. We're told that little boy is here in critical condition. He was rushed here for surgery last night. He was in his living room playing on his iPad when he was shot. Now, Chicago police say his parents were inside the house with him around 7:30 last night on the 200 block of West 115th Street, which is between the West Roseland and West Pullman neighborhoods. That's when a car drove by on 115th Street. Police say they may have video evidence showing someone in that car firing 9 rounds into the house. One of the bullets hit the 5-year-old boy.
I'd like to say this is another random act of violence here in the city of Chicago involving one of our youthful citizens of Chicago who's 5 years old, who was innocently playing inside of his residence on his iPad, and he sustained his injury.
COVID cases are still high in Illinois. The state reported over 11,000 new and probable cases yesterday and 37 more deaths. And another all-time record for Illinois hospitals. The state had the most COVID patients in the ICU since May 16th and the most COVID patients on ventilators since early June. And at the beginning of the pandemic, it didn't seem like the coronavirus was really affecting children, but we now know more than 1 million kids under 18 have been diagnosed with it across the U.S. So take a look at the numbers here in Illinois. In just the first week of November, more than 1,900 kids in Cook County tested positive. And about an additional 772 children tested positive in 1 week in DuPage County, and in Will County, another 645 were diagnosed with COVID.
And people here in Chicago who were part of the Moderna vaccine trial are really excited to hear that it's being so well taken in and it's so successful. We spoke to one of the patients who took part in the UIC's Moderna trial. The company says its shot is more than 94% effective, and just last week, Pfizer had similar results.
And wanted to get a vaccine out quickly, and it's been, I think, less than a month and a half, and they've already started getting results, and they're so positive. I think it's really thrilling.
Yeah, it's great news here. Both Moderna and Pfizer are trying to get approved for emergency use in the next couple of weeks, but supplies will be limited at first. Meanwhile, Pfizer says its vaccine is 90% effective, but it has strict storage issues. The vaccine has to be kept in special cases at nearly minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Each case is packed with dry ice and can only hold their cool for about 10 days. And once they leave the facility, well, the clock is ticking. Each one holds between 1,000 to 5,000 doses, and the cases can only be opened twice a day and for less than 3 minutes at a time. And since the virus is surging once again across the country, thousands of people are infected every single day, and some hospitals are really just filling up very, very quickly. But with these trials and these drug companies showing positive results, I put a poll up asking, now that Moderna and Pfizer have announced COVID-19 vaccines, will you take one when it becomes available? And here are the results. It's been up for about 20 hours now, and it looks like people are interested, but the majority of people, about 37%, say they want one, but they're going to wait and see how it turns out for the first couple of months or so.
Looks like it's pretty split there, though. Well, trusting your cell phone with money. Mobile wallets have been around for years, but the pandemic's made the technology a popular holiday shopping tool.
Because people have taken the time, because of the pandemic, to stop and figure out how to use it.
The Morning Insiders explain how contactless technology works, plus the scams that holiday shoppers need to be on the lookout for.
This morning's temperatures are sponsored by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Now during the Chevy Cyber Sales event, use $500 Cyber Cash on most SUV models to get $5,250 total cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Visit ChevyDriveChicago.com today.
Dirty old furnace. Call Four Seasons.
Dirty furnace? Clean it up with a Four Seasons furnace tune-up. Lower utility bills, increase furnace lifespan, and guarantee a breakdown-free season for only $89.95.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Huntington Learning Center. Personalized attention. Proven results. Call today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
There's no greater joy than reuniting a father and child.
No one knows more about fathers' rights than attorney Jeffrey Leving. He has written 3 books, the latest praised by President Obama and Cardinal Francis George, and he has co-authored legislation seeking social reform.
As a father, you're a critical part of your child's life. Safeguard your rights and the safety and welfare of your children.
Call 312-356-DADS for help. For a free brochure, visit dadsrights.com.
The holidays are coming, but Toyotathon's already here with great year-end deals for that special someone. Trust me, these work way better than mistletoe.
Toyota, let's go places.
Behind the scenes, behind the lines, inside the stories others won't tell. The Morning Insiders.
Well, it feels like every year we say this. Online shopping is expected to shatter records this holiday season, even though this year it feels like really everything is different.
Yes, for sure. Well, some retailers aren't accepting cash. Many consumers don't feel comfortable touching a keypad. So sitting at home may feel the safest, but there are people on the prowl. Morning Insider Lauren Victory shows you how to keep your shopping secure.
Cash was king. Now shoppers are avoiding it like the plague.
During the pandemic, we've already seen an incredible growth in the use of contactless.
That's the payment method where consumers tap a card or phone at the register, skipping the grimy keypad.
Soon, your wallet will go digital.
The technology and this video from the Electronic Transactions Association, or ETA, has been around for more than 4 years.
Here's the make that $1 trillion question. Are they safe?
Security is still a top question.
There is built-in fraud protection.
Making education a top priority for ETA's CEO, Jody Kelly, this holiday season. So what exactly happens when you tap?
What gets transmitted is not your credit card number, but a token that a thief can't use for anything else.
And layers of encryption protect your sensitive financial data while in transit from your mobile device.
Using your mobile wallet adds an extra layer of security.
Because you have to open your phone, whether it's with a passcode or with your fingerprint or other biometrics.
But getting presents in person isn't exactly an essential activity, and Chicago is now under a stay-at-home advisory.
We are really going to see an explosion of online shopping.
And a boom in online scams, predicts Professor Fraud of Governor State University. You've heard it before, but beware of very legitimate-looking emails that seem like they're from a retailer you use.
In years past, we could easily say things like, look for grammatical or typographical errors.
Now fraudsters are more sophisticated. Look out for tricky cyber alerts.
There's been a problem with your Walmart order. If it's a Christmas gift to your dear Aunt Betty, you're going to click on that without thinking because you're concerned about what might be wrong.
Another big no-no, don't save your credit card information online or in those apps. It's a pain, but you should type those details out every time you make a purchase. Otherwise, it could be a gift that keeps on giving to hackers. I'm Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News.
Professor Fraud suggests ignoring emails about online orders and instead checking for updates in your account with the retailer. As for contactless payment, Visa reports a 150% increase in usage in just the past year and a half. For more stories like this one, download our new app. You can look for the section called Morning Insiders.